So anxiety is in your head, it's not real. When you worry about something that has not happened yet, you are conditioning your body to feel a certain way for something that's not real, because your mind and your body cannot make the difference between an event that is happening right now and an event that is happening in your imagination somewhere. So when you imagine those worst case scenarios, those catastrophic scenarios, you're imagining that in your head, that is creating chemical reactions inside of your body. And your body thinks and feels that the danger or that thing that you're afraid of is happening right now. So that has an impact on the present moment, because in the present moment, you're feeling anxious. The cortisol levels of your body, which is the stress hormone, are increasing. And your body feels like there's a stress right now to be addressed. So if you stay too long in that state of worry, of anxiety, of stress, it will affect your present and it will affect what you attract into your present moment. So when you're worrying about a future possibility that has not happened yet, but you fear that it will happen, that fear is controlling you. You're literally letting that fear control you, because you are imagining it in your head and you're making it real inside of your body. So of all the possibilities that can happen, you're choosing the worst case scenario and then creating chemical reactions in your body to match that reality. And that reality will come to you because that's the reality you're creating in your body. You need to understand that those worst case scenarios, those fears, are not real. They might be a reality in a future, but they're not real right now. Do not attach an emotional state or do not attach your emotions to those scenarios, because you're actually making them real inside of your reality. So instead of letting these fears control you, you can identify what is it that you're afraid of. You can write it down on a piece of paper, make a list of all the things you are afraid of that might happen, that could happen. You can make a list of all the worst case scenarios about a situation. Because the truth is, when you care about something, when we care about something, we make it a big deal. We make it really important. And so that can create so many fears of not having it or not being successful. So the bigger the deal it is for you, the more fears are going to come up. I invite you to write down a list of all those fears and identify the fears, because when you know the fears, you can detach from them, because you are not the fears. All these thoughts that come up that produce anxiety, that create anxiety, it's just your mind trying to control the outcome. You cannot control the outcome of things. The only thing you can control is your internal reaction. So when you're worrying about a future event, a possibility that has not happened yet, you are literally giving away your power to that situation to take control over you in the present moment. And it's so important that you de-identify yourself from those fears. Come back to your center and understand that you are in control of your reaction right now. You're in control of your emotional state right now. Nothing and no one has the power to control your emotional state in the present moment. Remember that you can choose how you want to feel. And this worry and this anxiety can become a habit. For years and years and months, you have built the habit of worrying. And so naturally, your mind is going to go there. Your mind is going to go to the worst case scenario, and it's going to want to control all the things. So when this happens, you can write down the list of your fears, and one by one, you can go and ask yourself, is this true? And what would I do if this happens? Because let's be real, sometimes things happen that are not ideal. So how are you going to deal with a future situation? It's good to have that, to plan, to organize yourself, to understand how you can act. But once you have identified the fear, and you have identified how you will act if it happens, you can let it go because it is not a reality in the present moment. It's not real right now. Remember that you can always come back to the present moment. Is it real that this thing is happening? It is not happening right now. So don't let your body go there and build up all the chemical sensations for something that is only in your imagination, because that will only attract what you don't want. So worrying is essentially spending your mental energy into scenarios that you don't want. So instead of doing that, spend your mental energy in scenarios that you do want. So when you have anxiety, when you're worrying, it can feel like you are blocked or you're stuck somewhere. You can't take action because of all the mental clutter that there is in your mental space. So that is why I invite you to write it down on paper. Write down what's worrying you, write down what you're afraid of happening, because once you see it on paper, the importance of it happening decreases a little bit, and you can actually actively find solutions to that. And once you have the solutions, you can let it go because it hasn't happened yet. When it happens, if it happens, you will deal with that situation when it happens. So you don't have to worry in anticipation. You don't have to feel bad in anticipation, because if you do that, it means that you are expecting that outcome. Does that make sense? Whenever you feel an emotion in your body in anticipation for something, it means that you're expecting that outcome. So instead of worrying about this possible case scenario that is going to be the worst, instead of going there, nourishing that fear and making it bigger and expanding it, you can identify it, bring a solution, and bring yourself back to the present moment. And I'm going to show you how to do that. When you're anxious or worrying about something, try this technique. It's very easy. Look around you. Look around you, all around you. What is around you? What is here in the present moment? Come back to yourself, place your hands on your chest, find your heartbeat, and come back to the present moment of here and now. Here and now, you are okay. Here and now, everything is okay. That thing has not happened. You're here and now. And here and now, you have a roof over your head, you have food in your fridge, you have money in your bank account, you have everything you need here and now. So you can choose to be okay right now, despite of whatever can happen or might happen. You can't control what will happen in 2 seconds or next week or in 2 months or next year. You cannot control that outcome. The only thing you can control is your present moment. And that is the key to move towards the things that you really want. So instead of using your energy to worry, use your energy to take action. So come back to the present moment, look around you, understand and feel in your body that you are okay right now. Nothing is happening right now. You can choose to be calm and happy and joyful and grateful right now. And one very simple technique to get out of anxiety is to place your hands on your heart, find your heartbeat, and list everything that you're grateful for. I'm not joking. Feel how grateful you are for the clothes you're wearing, for your phone, for your computer, for the shoes you're wearing, for the weather outside. List all the things you're grateful for in this present moment, because that fear doesn't exist, okay? It's only in your head. And so to get out of your head, you need to get back into your body and into the present moment and into feeling that right now, I'm fine. All is good. All is good. Ask yourself, how do I want to feel right now? And you can choose your emotional state. And so to shift your emotional state, one of the best ways to do that is to focus on gratitude. Feel gratitude inside of your body. If you can't access gratitude at this present moment, play some music that makes you feel alive, or listen to a meditation for gratitude. There's meditations on my YouTube channel, you can check it out, so that you come back to your center. The only moment that matters is right now. The only moment that can change anything in the future is right now. So if you keep feeling bad for something that hasn't happened, that is going to be your future because it's your present. So change that emotional state into gratitude. Understand that this is just a fear. And then once you have done that and you feel better and you feel like, okay, I'm here right now, I am actually okay, then what action can I take to bring me closer to the outcome that I want? Because if I don't want this outcome, what exactly do I want? And what can I do for this? Because when you take action, it takes out the worry. The worry and the mental clutter and the thoughts will go away if you get busy with action. If you do not take action, if you stay in the thoughts and you marinate in the thoughts, nothing is going to happen. Things are happening because you put your intention in it and you take the action to do that. So go ahead and list 3 things that you can do to take action on the outcome that you want. It doesn't matter if you're afraid that something bad will happen, because it is a possibility, as well as it is a possibility that it goes really, really, really well. Yeah, so evaluate, is that fear taking power over you? And so can you reclaim that power and use that energy to put it into the desired outcome that you actually want and work for that? Because stress is always gonna be there, anxiety is always gonna be there, fear is always going to be there. Yeah, the more you do things in life that are meaningful to you, the more fear is going to creep in. But this is the thing, it's not about not feeling the fear. You can feel that fear, you can be aware of those thoughts, but you do not have to identify yourself with those thoughts. Do not identify yourself with the fears. It's just a fear. It's just there to tell you, listen, I need you to look this up because I'm worried about this. And so use your logic, see it as something neutral. Okay, what solution can I bring to this not working out? What is the worst case scenario ever? You're going to survive. You have survived everything until this moment, so you will survive this if it happens. But do not waste your energy into outcomes that you don't want. Create action and create intention into things that you do want. You always have a say into how you want to feel. You always can decide to change your internal state whenever you want. It's a decision that you only can make, because if your internal state, if your emotions depend on external factors, you're letting external things control you, and you don't want that. You're in control of yourself, you're in control of your reality, you're in control of how you want to feel. If something is not ideal, you can choose to change the way you perceive that. And you can perceive that as something good, as an opportunity. Practice changing your perception from fear to opportunity. Practice shifting the fears into solutions, and practice grounding back into your body, because everything that's in your mind is not real. It is not real. Yeah, and so stop identifying yourself with those thoughts and get back to the here and now and go take some action. I hope you liked this video. Give it a thumbs up if you loved it. Let me know how you deal with anxiety, how you deal with those thoughts that are intrusive. What do you do to soothe yourself, to come back to the present moment? I would love to know, and I would love to share with you and with this community. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.